There's little doubt that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu would have preferred a U.S. presidential win from GOP challenger Mitt Romney, and the White House, a more moderate party, to win victory in Israel. But the two leaders, Netanyahu and Barack Obama, are stuck with each other, at least for the next 4 years. The relationship between Netanyahu and Obama has reportedly been a little chilly after the U.S. president privately stated that Israel didn't know what its best interests were in response to Israel's announcement that it plans to build more settlements, essentially choking off more access and land to Palestinians.
If they continue building these new settlements in Palestinian territories, making it impossible for what they call a contiguous Palestinian state, then that would be considered a violation.
And many are demanding the U.S. take action against these violations against international accords. Experts say it's almost all but certain that a Netanyahu government will continue to push the envelope. Many in the global community, including here in the U.S., are urging Obama to encourage the prime minister to conduct his national security interests within the international security system.
Conversation in Washington is very one-sided, and they just want a more balanced approach.
Experts say they don't expect much from Netanyahu in terms of negotiating, based on past behavior.
The stubbornness of Mr. Netanyahu and his policies of alienating the President of the United States and basically closing all doors to any kind of settlement with the Palestinians.
Israel's military, economic, and now diplomatic power are more influential to the U.S. than its Palestinian neighbors, allowing Israeli officials to be less negotiating on resolutions for regional parity. For the United States, the challenge will be negotiating with Israel, keeping it as a tight ally, but also recognizing that its currently stated ambitions are not sustainable. Barack Obama says he has some ideas on how Israel can get along better with its neighbors, but so far Netanyahu has not been cooperatively receptive. Netanyahu has all but dismissed Obama's comments amid growing numbers of U.S. citizens who demand that the U.S. stop shielding Israel and giving them billions of dollars a year in aid.
They take from the American taxpayer huge amounts. So the mere awareness of this would make Americans, especially in this economic crunch, think again.
To protect it from international criticism, the U.S. has repeatedly vetoed UN Security Council resolutions that criticize the Israeli government. This includes resolutions on settlement construction that the U.S. has openly rejected. Despite that, Tel Aviv is refusing to back down, which could force the U.S. to take a more rigid tone with its considered closest ally in the Middle East. Colin Campbell, Press TV, Washington.